Okay, so cryptomats. These are automatically generated masks that we can use in our compositing program to quickly isolate objects for masking or color corrections, and they are very straightforward to set up. There are some videos that show this, but they're not very well explained and the documentation isn't exactly clear, so it's best if I go through this. Now we have three built-in cryptomats. We have asset, object and material. And when using this in the scatter, assets is all the objects in the scatter, object is the individual objects, and the material as well, the material. Okay, so let's move into Houdini. So to set this up, within our shopnet, I'll just drop down another Arnold shader network, and I'll call this Cryptomat. And inside here, I don't need this, but I do need an AOV output and a Cryptomat node. Okay, let me just plug this in here. And finally, I need to add this to the output node as an AOV shader. So let me just go here to AOV shaders and choose the Cryptomat. And finally, I just want to add the AOVs we need. So I'll add one more, call it Cryptomat asset, Cryptomat object, and Cryptomat material. Now let's hit render on this just to see what we get. Okay, so we can see that it's working, but it's not working properly yet. You can see in the material, everything's the same. And if we look at the crypto object pass, the crypto asset pass, we have some random colors here that don't match the rest of the asset. So we need to fix this, and we can do that by overriding the crypto asset AOV and also creating a custom AOV. So if we go into our Pine node here, I have dropped down this attribute wrangle, and what I want to do is make a new string called crypto asset, and I'll just name this after the Pine, and I'll also create a new crypto. So I'll make a new string, call it crypto, and I'll also call this Pine. And I've already gone ahead and done this for the bush here and the ground. And to get the custom AOV or the custom crypto to work, I just have to update the crypto node. So to fix the materials, I'll just strip the material namespace, and I'll also set this Cryptomat depth to 1, only because we don't have that many objects in the scene. And finally, let me add in this. So this is the name of the attribute at the bottom here, and also the name of the AOV. So I'll just call this crypto custom. Okay, so let me add this custom crypto into the ROP here just by adding a new AOV and finding the name of the new custom crypto. There we go. And I'll hit render, see what we get. Okay, so now if we look at the crypto asset, everything is properly colored and ID'd. And if we look at the crypto material, we have the materials throughout the scene. We even have the pine in the middle. Awesome. If we look at the crypto custom, it's very similar, if not identical, to the crypto asset. But we could, change that to whatever we wanted it to be. I just wanted to let you see what that looked like. Okay, so let's move on to Fusion and set this up there. Now, bear in mind, we can't just right click and save frame here. If we want the proper information in the EXR, we need to make sure we're rendering it to disk either as an image or an image sequence. Okay, so into Fusion. Now, the first thing we need to do is download and install Cryptomat. Now, we get it for free from github.com/psyop/Cryptomat. Once downloaded, it's quick to install. We just have to move the downloads to the right place. So we just have to duplicate over these 3 folders, and we also have to create a new Lua folder, and within it we have to copy over the Lua script from the modules folder here. So we just have to copy through all 3 folders. For some reason, the Lua script needs to exist within its own folder and also within this modules folder. So once you've done that, you can restart Fusion, and we should now get this Cryptomat node. So you can just tab this in for Cryptomat. And I have also brought in the EXR. So this is the render, and this is the Cryptomat node. And with it plugged in, we have the layer selection here. So we can choose object, material, asset, or user, the custom AOV that we created at the end here. So let me just go with material, for instance. Within the Cryptomat node, in the viewer, I have this little manipulator that I can move around, and I just have to put this on top of any object I want to choose. So let's say the pine tree. Now, the reason I can see the edges is because I have it set to edges here. Now, if I then add the pine tree here, that adds the pine tree into the mask. I could also add the ground if I wish, and I can keep adding as many as I like. Now, if I look at just the mat, you can see what we get here. And I can, of course, clear this. Okay, so we might use this, say, to change the color of these bushes here. If I press matte only, plug this into a color correct, or use this as a mask on a color correct, should I say. It means we now have the option to do some quick color changes on some very smart masks. Okay, so that's everything I wanted to talk about in terms of Cryptomat. I just wanted to clear up any confusion about how to set these up in both Houdini and Arnold and Fusion. Okay, thanks.